Have you ever felt torn between different passions? Maybe you love painting but also find yourself fascinated by astronomy. Or perhaps you enjoy writing poetry but can't resist tinkering with robotics. Society often tells us to specialize, to pick just one path and stick with it. But what if you didn't have to choose? What if, instead, you could embrace all your curiosities and weave them into a life of endless learning and creativity? We live in a world that glorifies hyper-specialization. From childhood, we're asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" As if we must choose one identity forever. But consider this. The average person changes careers 5 to 7 times in their lifetime. What if, instead of boxing ourselves in, we embraced the fact that human potential is multidimensional? That's the essence of being a polymath, a person who thrives in multiple fields, connecting ideas across disciplines in ways that others might never imagine. In this video, we'll explore what it truly means to be a polymath, why this way of thinking is more valuable than ever, and how you can begin your own journey toward becoming one. So, let's begin. Polymathy isn't just about being a jack of all trades. It's about deep, meaningful engagement with multiple disciplines. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, who merged art and anatomy to create masterpieces that still awe us today. Or Hypatia of Alexandria, a philosopher, mathematician, and astronomer who defied the limits placed on women in ancient times. These individuals didn't just dabble, they sought profound understanding in each field they explored. But here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to be a genius to think like a polymath. It's about curiosity, not perfection. It's about asking how music relates to mathematics, or how psychology can inform business strategy. When you start seeing knowledge as interconnected, the world becomes richer, more vibrant. There's actual neuroscience behind why polymaths thrive. Studies show that learning unrelated skills creates cognitive scaffolding. Your brain builds more neural bridges between ideas. This explains why bilinguals often solve logic problems faster, language plus math pathways. Musicians frequently excel in medicine, pattern recognition from sheet music transfers to reading scans. Your brain wants to make connections. You just need to feed it diverse inputs. In a world that's changing faster than ever, being a polymath isn't just a luxury, it's a survival skill. Here's why. Innovation thrives at intersections. Some of the greatest breakthroughs happen when ideas from different fields collide. Steve Jobs famously connected calligraphy with technology, giving us beautiful typography on computers. Adaptability is your superpower. When you're skilled in multiple areas, you can pivot when industries shift. A musician who understands marketing or a programmer who studies philosophy will always have an edge. Life becomes more fulfilling. Learning isn't a chore when you follow your genuine interests. Imagine spending one day studying ancient history, the next experimenting with chemistry, and the next writing a short story. That's the polymath's joy. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but where do I even begin? Here's the good news. Becoming a polymath isn't about rushing to master everything at once. It's about slow, intentional exploration. Try this. Follow your rabbit holes. What topics make you lose track of time? Start there. If you love gardening, dive into botany, then explore landscape painting or the history of agriculture. Build a learning ritual. Dedicate just 30 minutes a day to exploring something new. Listen to a podcast on psychology while cooking, or sketch while watching a documentary on architecture. Connect the dots. Keep a journal where you write down how different interests intersect. Maybe your love of cooking helps you understand chemistry, or your passion for storytelling improves your public speaking. Remember, mistakes are part of the process. You're not failing. You're collecting experiences that will eventually click together in surprising ways. Think of your brain like a cross-pollinating garden. When you plant seeds from different disciplines side by side, say physics and poetry, you might suddenly notice metaphors for quantum theory in a sonnet, or realize a chemical reaction mirrors the rhythm of a song. These unexpected connections are where true polymathic thinking blossoms. Here's a practical tip. Use the 20% rule, popularized by Google engineers. Dedicate 20% of your learning time to wildcard topics, things completely outside your usual interests. Why? Because breakthroughs often come from the friction between familiar and foreign concepts. Try alternating between deep dives, your core interests, random explorations, like medieval blacksmithing or pop psychology. This balance keeps learning both structured and serendipitous. Of course, this path isn't without its struggles. You might feel overwhelmed or worry you're not expert enough in any one thing. But here's a secret. Polymaths redefine expertise. You don't need to be the best in the world at everything. You just need to be good enough to see the connections. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself, depth comes with time. You're building a mosaic, not a single straight line. Curiosity greater than credentials. No one asks if Da Vinci had a degree in painting or engineering. They just marvel at what he created. Rest is part of growth. Burnout kills creativity. Sometimes stepping away lets your subconscious weave ideas together. In the end, being a polymath isn't about titles or trophies. It's about falling in love with learning itself. It's about seeing the world as a vast, interconnected web of ideas waiting to be explored. So start small. Follow one curiosity, then another. Let your interests guide you, and trust that each new skill will enrich the others. As the writer Robert A. Heinlein once said, a human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects. You are capable of so much more than one label. So go ahead. Embrace your inner polymath. The world needs your unique perspective. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What's one unexpected skill or topic you've always wanted to explore? And don't forget to subscribe for more on lifelong learning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.